Hi, everybody. Have you ever had your soul tested by a stray cat? No. Here's the deal. I think of myself as a fairly chill guy, right? So, I don't love cats, but I don't dislike cats. Yeah, what I do love, however, is vacations. So this is a story about both of those things. Um, I was in my fifth and final year. I decided to do a final hurrah tour of Japan after I was, you know, after my tenure in Japan was over, and I'd been needling my best friend to come and visit me for 5 whole years. I was like, don't be the friend that promises that he'll be coming but never does. And he's like, I won't, I swear. And finally it happened. So I was overjoyed, and his wife was also going to be coming too, which was a surprise. But no, I was really happy about it. I had the perfect plan. They were available to come to Japan to spend the time with me for 2 weeks. So I had the perfect 2 weeks planned. So they came over. We started off in Hiroshima, and we went all the way down to Yamaguchi. If you know where that is, it's the very, very southern tip of Honshu. There's a town right by the bridge that goes down to Kyushu called Shimonoseki. Yeah, Shimonoseki. If you guys know what Shimonoseki is famous for, it's fugu. Yeah. So, okay, this is like day 4 in the 2-week plan. We had just gotten back at our guest house. We had gotten settled down. We got these nice discount tickets for some fugu at some izakaya that was like only a 16-minute walk away. And I was leading us there through my navigator's prowess, which is to say Google Sensei. And unbeknownst to me, I was like walking like 2 minutes ahead before I realized that my friends were not there. I was like, oh, they're back there. No, don't tell me. It's a stray cat. No, I've lost them forever now. So I went back and was like, all right. They're getting nuzzled by this loving ball of fur. I can slot in a little bit of nuzzle time into the schedule. I can tolerate some nuzzles myself. But it was, to my shock and chagrin, that was not all there was to this cat. Or it was very emaciated looking and malnourished looking. So my friends, being who they were, they said, Joe, how do we rescue this cat? How do we take this cat back home with us? And I was like, okay, so outwardly I was like, I'm not sure we should be bringing my perfectly planned 2-week vacation to a halt for the stray cat, but I'll help you any way I can because I'm your bestest friend. But inwardly I was like, so they were they were like passing around plans like, let's go to the embassy tomorrow so that we can find out how do we get this potentially diseased stray cat back to New York. Or can we hold it up in the pet hotel in Hiroshima for 2 weeks? And I was like, step number 1, let's get this cat something to eat so that maybe it'll just, I don't know, magically get fatter and bigger from there and we won't be worried about it anymore. So we got some like tins of canned tuna from like the nearest konbini. And my navigator's prowess's charge was running out. So, okay, long story short, the thematic leap of faith was that we went back to the guest house. The cat was decently fed, but they wanted to feed it even more. Like, they had me like look up chicken at the kombini that didn't have chemicals in it or whatever. Uh, so I had to go to sleep. Obviously, we couldn't bring the cat into like the tatami room, guest house room. So they decided that they were just gonna look after it the whole night without any sleep, outside the guest house without any Japanese. And my leap of faith was that I had to just be like, just let it go. Everything's gonna be fine. The world isn't going to explode while I'm overnight. And I'd like, for the story's sake, I wish I could be like, oh, I couldn't sleep at all, but I was tired as shit, so I slept like a baby, actually. Uh, so obviously, the leap of faith worked out okay. The very next day, we like walked like 35 minutes to try to find a rental car. I think we stopped at like 3 rental car places. We finally found one magically because it was like the middle of summer and everything was booked up. We took the car to this really well rated. It was like 4.7 stars on Google Maps. Vet in Kitakyushu. So the only time I've ever been to Kitakyushu was to take this one cat to the vet for like 2 hours, and then we went right back. Apparently, it had a mouth ulcer and feline AIDS. They gave it a shot to get to so its mouth ulcer would gradually disappear. And apparently, it was way older than it looked because it was so like tiny. So we ended up calling our old lady in Shimonoseki. We took it back to the small little temple that we found it at, and they were like, "Whew, bullet dodge there," but I'm glad we did it because now I have a great story to tell. And it goes to show you that taking a leap of faith is the way to go, except for the fact that we almost died twice because the cat came out of the cardboard box and it kept swatting at the pedals of the car while we were driving it. So don't take a leap of faith when it comes to car insurance. But apart from that, what was the line I had here? Oh well, never mind. That's me. Yay.